contracts is probably the other part of, many teams I speak with, their days are spent, managing or negotiating contracts. So big part of legal work for many in-house teams. So let's just talk about contract management. Oh, we've done the poll. And you've obviously got a contract management solution in place now. What are some of those benefits that you've found from having a contract management solution? And are there any kind of the workflows that you've been able to automate or improve on through having that tool?
Absolutely. So I'm going to take a quick step back. The journey that we went on over the last 10 years, early on, we actually bought a contract management system, but it didn't come with a matter management function to it. So when we first bought, yes, we're LawVu customers, big fans, but when we first bought, when we first went into working together with LawVu, we actually only bought matter management and didn't actually buy contract management until about, I want to say 2 years later. So I'm just going to drop that note there. Contract management is a very important piece of the work that in-house legal teams do. And it really, you can have a decent contract management system. I mean, you could just run it out of spreadsheets, but when you buy a really, really good contract management system, and they're not that expensive, to be fair, but when you buy a good one, you are really enabling your team to be able to partner internally and externally in a very thoughtful and effective way. And it's just been an absolute game changer for my team. We are still, rolling out pieces of it in various parts of our department, but where we do have contract management as the center of team's function, you can just see them moving lightning like 10 billion times faster than everybody else. So the things that we get through our CMS system is, self-serve contracts. Those are great. If you can put the administrative burden on your business partners, you've just saved a lot of time. We call it wizarding in LawVu. So wizarding of the contracts, it's like templates. I love them. I'm obsessed. Anything that you can do to produce replicable documents in mass or empower maybe some other support staff to be able to create those first drafts is huge. So self-serve and wizards, internal and external contract collaboration that's truly enabled by the business portal, which I'm sure we'll touch on a bit later, but being able to work in a single space on the agreement and know what your versions are, know where the status is, what's going on pertaining to that contract, that just really optimizes your workflow. End-to-end integration. So that when I say that, I'm talking about from the request or inception of that contract all the way through to signature and the management afterwards. And I'm a big fan of having DocuSign integrated with a contract management system because it's just seamless start to finish. You're drafting, you're negotiating. You can even bring in and collect approvals before it even goes out to signature. And then when it's signed, it comes back. You want that to be as tight as possible so you're not wasting time going to other systems. My team's a big fan of Litera Compare or just any type of built-in legal blackline system because that makes your life a lot easier when comparing versions. And then one of the other things I wanted to call out is having a shared data table, which means that the fields that you're capturing as it pertains to one contract type, making sure that certain piece of those can be shared with other contract types, because when you get down the road to the reporting and the trends, it just makes your life a whole lot easier.
Yeah. And I guess, those all those things that you've just mentioned are real efficiency savers. I mean, the amount of time that the teams spend like reviewing NDAs, for instance. I mean, why do we even review NDAs? I mean, it's It's incredible. I mean, I've never litigated an NDA, but there's always that 1%, I guess, that could happen. But we spend so much time having to review them, and
Yeah.
create them, and that self-serve, the wizarding of NDAs. They're not that complex. The
Yeah.
legal doesn't have to do that for the business. So get the business to help themselves, and what other templates you can use as well. Standard terms and conditions. They're a huge time saver to get those things automated. And I guess the working in the way that you are now compared to the way that I used to work at a previous organization was, documents will be stored all over the place.
Yeah.
Versions of contracts could be anywhere. More than likely, I'd go to my inbox or outbox to find out where the latest version was. Is it with the third party? Yeah, they've got it. Is it with me? Therefore, I've got the latest version. So that way of working, and I know there's so many people that do that as well. And do you look at the kind of automating your approval processes as well? Is that something that you've approached through the tool?
We're in discussions on that, and I'm really excited to take that step because there is a opportunity in our processes where we're, creating these abstracts and then going to collect those approvals via DocuSign, but then your approvals are being stored in a format that when you go to look back at it, you might lose that documentation. It's just very it's static and not in a good way, in my opinion. So having that built in, that's just huge. And when you bring up NDAs, it's funny. There are ways that you can self-serve with your business partners on templatized agreements, or let's say you have an NDA form where you don't accept red lines. Yes, you can run that through other systems, but when you run it out of your contract management system, you're immediately one step ahead in your legal team, knowing how far your business partner is in the relationship with the vendor. And that's a game changer.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just going to do another quick poll while we're here. And let's see who is using a CLM type solution. So just on that kind of the approval workflows, the way that I used to work was we would have a template document with tick boxes, and you would actually have to physically walk the contract around the organization to get somebody to tick a box to say, yes, I've approved this document. And then we actually had the physical signing of the documents as well. And initialing each page, we used to work that way, and that wasn't that long ago.
No, it really wasn't.
That's right. So having all that in one system, automated, is obviously a massive time saver for us.
Yes.
Sean, some results from the poll. We've got a slightly larger majority of no's here than we did on matter management. Shifting, it's about 50-50 yeses and no's. A few people who are hoping to have one soon, maybe in the process of evaluating and implementing. So not a dissimilar split from the matter management and legal ops answers.
Yeah, marvelous. I mean, the two things do obviously go hand in hand together. Contracts and matter management. And I guess we now start to think about bringing them all together into one place. I mean, this is the challenge, and a massive source of time suck or legal friction is how many teams have approached their kind of tech stack or their tech journey, is that they've focused on a single issue that they have, and it might be matters. It might be we just want to get our matters together into one place. We just want to get a single source of truth, if you like, for all the legal issues. So we've got a matter management system. And now we want to go out to the market and we want a contract management system